When we receive the machine, we spout the handles into the machine. And we can see here has 3 holes: water inlet, still water hose, water outlet. Now we find a funnel and insert in the water inlet. And then add the water. Please remember the water must be distilled water or pure water. When we see the water out from the still water hose, it means the water is full. We can stop at the water and press here at the funnel. About the water outlet, normally we need to change the water every month. When we want to change the water, we need to open it and let the water out from the machine, and then add the water again. Now we insert the power line and press this button on the machine. We turn on the key switch, and here is the emergency button. When we receive the machine, it will turn on, so we need to turn on. Normally we don't need to turn on. Only when we have an emergency generator operation, we need to turn on. Once turned on, the machine will turn on. We can see this machine has 2 systems, hair removal and skin rejuvenation. Now we try the first one, hair removal. It has these functions: face, beginning, body, side, arm, and armpit. And here is the system interface. Here is the pulse, frequency, power. The pulse and the frequency can be set according to the denseness of the hair. If there are more hair, we can increase the pulse set to 6. And decrease the frequency set to 3. If there are fewer hair, we can decrease the pulse set to 3. And increase the frequency set to 6. And the power we can set according to the skin count. If the skin count is light, we can increase the power set to 25. If the skin tone is dark, we can decrease the power set to 15. And here is the cooling system. When we turn on, the handle will be in a cooling state. When turned off, it will be in the normal temperature state. And here is the counter. This system we need to change the filter of 640. This handle has 3 filters of different wavelengths: 640, 530, and 480. And the 640 is professional for hair removal. And the second system is skin rejuvenation. It has 6 functions: whitening, skin rejuvenation, pigmentation therapy, wrinkle removal, acne therapy, vascular therapy. Now we try the first one, whitening. Here is the pulse width, and this is the pulse interval. The first pulse width you can set to 6.8. And the second pulse we can set to 6. 6.3. The last one set to 5, and the pulse interval we can set to 25 and 25. And here is the action time of F. We can set to 300. The numbers of the pulse we can set to 5. And here is the discharge interval we can set to 2. And this is the energy. The IPO we can set to 15 and the IF set to 5. And here is the cooling system. This item we need to change the filter to 530. This one is used for whitening. And the next function, skin rejuvenation. The first pulse we can set to 6.8. And the second pulse set to 6.3. The last one set to 5. And the pulse interval set to 20 and 20. And the energy set to 15 and 5. The action time of F set to 250. And the numbers of the pulse is set to 3. The discharge interval set to 2. And this one we also need use the filter of 530. The next one, pigmentation therapy. The first pulse we can set to 7.2. And the second one set to 6.7. The last one set to 5, and the pulse interval set to 20 and 20. And the energy set to 15 and 6. The action time of F set to 250. The numbers of the pulse set to 2. And the discharge interval set to 3. This one we need to change the filter to 480. This one. And the next one, minhole removal. The first pulse you can set to 7. And the second pulse you can set to 6.5. The last one set to 5. And the pulse interval set to 30 and 25. The energy set to 15 and 5. The action time of F set to 250. And the numbers of the pulse set to 3. The discharge interval set to 2. This one we need to use the filter of 530. And the acne therapy. The first pulse we can set to 6.8. The second part set to 6.3. The last one set to 5. And the pulse interval set to 20 and 20. The energy set to 15 and 5. The action time of IF set to 300 and the numbers of the pulse set to 3. The discharge interval set to 2. This item we need to use the filter of 480. And the last one, vascular therapy. The first pulse we can set to 6.5. The second pulse set to 6. The last one set to 5. And the pulse interval set to 30 and 25. And the action time of IF set to 250. The numbers of the pulse set to 3 and the discharge interval set to 3. The energy set to 15 and 5. This one we need to use the filter of 480. This one. After our parameters are set, we can click here, start working.